Hello YouTube, and welcome back to another before and after. So, Batman vs. Superman. Now, this movie has been really hyped up. So, after watching the original second trailer, yeah, they don't have the actual original trailer online. I looked for it, couldn't find it, so I went with the second one. So after watching that again, what do I think that this movie is going to be like? It looks kind of bad, really. So pretty much we got Batman fighting Superman. That is going to be cool. But they seem to have put in a lot of stuff into this movie. Like, oh well, first off, I mean, like, okay, we got the title, Batman fighting Superman. That doesn't seem that bad. Okay, well then let's put in Lex Luthor. I mean, like, okay, he could help push things along. That seems like it would make sense. Now let's put in Wonder Woman. Okay, you're putting it a little bit much there, but I mean, like, alright, if she's needed, then I guess I can see why you would put her in. Okay, now let's put in establishing the Justice League. Okay, you still got four things going on here. Oh, and let's also put in Doomsday. So, five things. Five. They got five things to focus on here. Okay, so I guess I could excuse this if it seems like they're gonna put Doomsday at like the very end, so it's like the next movie is gonna have Doomsday, and oh man, that'll be awesome. He's finally coming on. He's finally coming to the big screen, but it seems like he's going to be the final battle instead. Um, what? Yeah, okay, so Doomsday, one of Superman's biggest rivals, probably his most powerful. And what are we gonna do with him? And put him in at the end. Really? Freaking really? Alright, so just let's put in Doomsday at at like the end for the final battle thing. Not establishing his character or anything, not setting him up for the next movie like Man of Steel Doomsday. I'd be cool with that. I would totally watch that. But nope, let's have him fight Ben Affleck. Oh, and speaking of which, Ben Affleck. Why Ben Affleck? Alright. I don't like Ben Affleck. He's a very bad actor to me. Haven't really seen a lot of his movies, but from what I have seen, um, at least he tries. But, yeah, I gotta be kinda honest here. Superman, beat him into the ground. Really, beat him into the ground here. I mean, I really do not want to see any more continuation of Ben Affleck Batman. I mean, okay, yeah, there is always a chance that he could do a pretty good job. I mean, okay, yeah, sure, he's had some bad movies in the past, but who knows? Maybe? Yeah, but I still don't want to see Batman being played by Ben Affleck. I know I'm not the only one, but yeah, no, please. Just let Ben Affleck die in this one, and then let sort of a Batman Beyond thing happen. With a new Batman taking his place. That's what I want to see happen. That's what I want to see happen to Ben Affleck. So, but yeah, oh yeah, and they also gotta establish everything going on with Batman and how he stopped being Batman. Or has he stopped being Batman in this? Do they ever really say that? Kind of looks like he's coming back into being Batman when he looks at the suit. It's kind of like, okay, I'm doing this again. I mean, kind of looks like that. So it looks like he's going back into being Batman. If so, why'd he quit? So then they gotta explain that as well. 6 things now. Um. Oh yeah, and we also gotta see what Superman's been up to. Oh, and also all the political debates about how Superman is terrible. And really? Really? People are gonna blame Superman for everything that happened in Metropolis? I mean, it clearly wasn't his fault. He stopped it. I mean, yeah, okay, how to have ended it did show a better way that he could have stopped it without having hundreds of people die, but yeah, I mean, he still saved people that Zod would have killed if not for him, so I don't really see why that causes such an unrest with everyone. Like, oh no, this guy might save us again! Ah! I mean, really? So then after that, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is Lex Luthor. And this, like, so far with the trailers and everything, what I can establish with him. Am I the only one who thinks that this is Lenny Luthor in disguise? Yeah, don't remember Lenny Luthor? Go back and watch Superman 4. Or don't, because that movie stinks. But, yeah, am I the only one who thinks that that's Lenny Luthor? Who just, like, took his uncle's name? Yeah, that's it. Lenny Luthor has now taken his uncle's name, taken his company, got a little bit of a higher IQ, and is now going to go take on Batman and Superman for some reason. Why is he doing this? I guess he just wants to cause chaos. Um, so, yeah, really all I gotta say is that it looks like he's going to be more of a Lenny Luthor here, just pretending to be Lex Luthor. And I guess if it's done right, it could be kind of cool. But yeah, it seems like he's kind of establishing a lot, though. Like, oh yeah, you don't want to pick a fight with this man. Never do that. That's totally not what I have in mind. Oh, and he's also, like, that moment where he's saying, like, if God won't defeat man, then the devil has to do it. Then, yeah, he's saying that right in front of Superman. Yeah, look in the background. He's saying that right in front of Superman. Is that really a good idea? Just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna say this in front of Superman. What's the worst that it's gonna do? I mean, he's Superman. Come on. He killed Zod in the last movie. Really? Do you think that he's not gonna go after you for that? Um, and then we have Superman in this one, which I gotta say I don't really know what I'm gonna get out of this because as my shirt, my patch that I have here, and the fact that I have this with me, kind of shows I'm a Superman fan. Also, I'm on Superman's side. But I didn't like Man of Steel, so I don't really know what route they're going to go here. Are they going to go the same route as they did with Man of Steel? In which case, let's hope they do it better. Or are they going to go a different route and sort of try and mix up, like, the original great Superman movies? Like, okay, the first two great Superman movies, these other two at the bottom, yeah, they don't exist. The first two, these two, those ones. Are they going to try and mix those two with, Man of Steel? In which case, I'm totally for that. That is definitely something that I'm completely foreseeing. Because they do try and mix it with more of that hope and optimism that they have from the originals, which is what Superman really is. His symbol stands for hope. I mean, come on. His symbol stands for hope, and yet you made him so lacking of hope in your last movie. And so, yeah, I'm really hoping that they get him at least a little bit more people can believe in him in this. Where, like, more people can be like, okay, Superman, there's our beacon of hope. We're gonna be saved. Superman is here. Not, oh my god, is he going to kill us? I mean, really, again, I know I said this, I know I said that he didn't cause all this destruction, but again, he could have stopped it in a simpler way. So, yeah, I mean, I really don't know what to expect out of Superman here, but I'm I'm still gonna be going for Superman. Whenever Superman is there, I'm going to be going on Superman's side. I am a very big fan of Superman. So, yeah, I'm on Superman's team, which I very recently found out is a very small team for some reason. Why do people think that Batman is gonna win? Really, Batman's human. How would he win this? Like, okay, yeah, I guess he could find kryptonite, but where? Kryptonite is only obtainable on Krypton. And Krypton exploded. I mean, okay, I guess he could do what Lex Luthor did in the first Superman movie and get it out of the meteorite from the ship that he crashed to Earth in, but outside of that, there's no real kryptonite anywhere. Except for where Superman has it for some reason. So, yeah, outside of that, there's nothing really. There's no other place to get unless he has an alien supplier somewhere. I mean, is the Green Lantern Corps or Martian Manhunters just like, are they supplying him with kryptonite? Just like, here, just in case if you ever need this, we just we just want to make sure that you have this just in case. And like outside that, I have no idea how he would get any kryptonite. And yeah, okay, I know he did block his punch, and he was able to um be his super strength or at least equal it. Which, yeah, okay, that's kind of cool, but how exactly? Or I really do hope they explain that, because I have no idea how that's gonna work. Um, and the final thing to talk about here is Wonder Woman, who, again, I don't really see why she's getting put into this movie, because she's getting her own movie. I mean, okay, kudos for trying to show her a little bit earlier and then sort of showing how she is now, but what if people don't know the character? They're gonna be really confused. I mean, they're just gonna see this Amazonian woman just running around with a magic shield and whip of justice. I mean, like, they're gonna be pretty confused. Also, I didn't see the invisible jet. She better have the invisible jet somewhere. She better have that. I want to see her go flying around in the invisible jet. I know this is just kind of a minor thing, but I want to see that. So, yeah, I don't really know what to expect out of this movie. It might be dark and gritty, and basically making Superman Batman now. So, thus making there be no real difference in the characters, so when they meet up, I just see the same character. But I don't know, they might not do that. They might change out this Superman and make him actually sort of someone that I can say, okay, I'm on his side more. Like, okay, I am on Superman's side, but yeah, I'm more on this Superman side. This is more the Superman side that I'm on. So, yeah, I'm rooting for Superman, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know what to expect from this. So, yeah, I'll see you in the after part. Hello, YouTube. Now, first I do want to clarify that no, I'm not doing this immediately after I got home, because after I got home I had to go to bed. Um, no, I'm doing this at 8:44 in the morning. yeah, my lighting is still terrible at any time of day. So, um, what do I think of this movie? It's alright. Um, I'm definitely surprised by a lot of things in it. Now, the biggest thing that I'm surprised about, I will talk about at the very end, seeing as it's a spoiler. So I'm going to have a spoiler alert thing pop up, just in case if you guys haven't seen the movie. It will pop up at the very end. So that is for you guys if you haven't seen it. But now let's actually talk about the movie. And so it's pretty much what you would expect. Batman is fighting Superman. Why? Because Batman's friend was too stupid to leave a building. Yeah, at the beginning of the movie, we see Batman's friend Jack. Who is this guy? I don't know. Is he play any importance in anything? I have no idea. But, I've only seen one Batman movie. Be clear about that. Let's be clear. So, if he played a part in any of the others, then I don't know. I haven't even seen the show, which I am curious about, though. But back on topic. Okay, so Jack was stuck in a building. Well, not really stuck. He actually was able to evac everyone else in the building. He was just too stupid to follow his own advice, or maybe he left an important document in that building and he wanted to just risk his life for it. And then he just sort of stood there, looking at the view, just like, hey, nothing bad's gonna happen to me. I mean, I'm gonna be fine, right? Superman and Zod crashed through the building. Yeah, he's gonna be okay. So, pretty much now Batman has a vendetta to Superman, and he is trying to kill him. He's making tons of kryptonite weapons, while Superman is getting mixed reviews, very mixed reviews from the press. And this actually does start some thinking about him. There's a very good question in this movie that is, should there be a Superman? If you ask me, that question could be a movie entirely. But instead, Superman doesn't really think about it that much, nor dwell on it. There's only two real scenes where he does. One of them with his father. Yeah, the adopted one. Um, how? Yeah, it turns out that Clark was just at the top of a mountain, so I guess he just went insane up there and sort of started seeing his father. Um, but hey, at least they did give more depth to him than when he was alive. That's nice. Um, and we also got Lex Luthor, who is also trying to get ways of stopping the Kryptonian by getting, you guessed it, kryptonite. But it's stolen by Batman. And then he decides, okay, well, since this kryptonite was stolen, might as well go into Zod's destroyed ship, take Zod's dead body with me, cut my hand, let some of my blood go on his dead corpse, then put it in some water so then it can come back to life as Doomsday, just as a backup plan. Oh, yeah, and he doesn't have any way of stopping the birthing process of Doomsday, so what if Superman did what you wanted? Then wouldn't not really need Doomsday? Were you thinking of having a backup way of killing him? If so, why didn't you use it? I mean, come on. You could have stopped yourself from going to jail by being like, okay, yeah, see this? I got this kryptonite weapon. I was prepared for this. And then killing Doomsday. Being like, okay, yeah, see, I'm a hero now. Cool. Then he would have gotten the people's praise. That could have at least gotten him out of jail. Just saying. Again, not a great plan. So, yeah, that's pretty much all the stuff in the story I'm gonna talk about. Oh yeah, and there's also Wonder Woman. Um, so Now let's get into more of the characters. But, okay, wait, no, actually, I do want to talk about the story a little bit more, in that it feels like there are 4 different stories going on at once. Like, one of them's a Superman sequel, one of them's a Batman remake, one of them is a Lex Luthor movie, one of them is explaining Wonder Woman, one of them is Superman taking on Doomsday, one of them is Superman taking on Batman, and they do kind of fit together, but it's not really as flowing as you would expect it to be. I think if this were Marvel, then they could have at least made it more flowing, but yeah, it seems that they have a ton of good ideas for movies. They were just like, put them all together in one movie. No one's gonna care, right? So, and I will say that it's kind of disappointing with stuff like Doomsday, because Doomsday is such a huge villain. I mean, like, okay, again, I would have been cool if he came in at, like, the end, or, like, even at the end credits, which I unfortunately did not get to sit around to see, because my dad just wanted to leave, so, um, but, like, even show him then, like, sort of coming out or something, but, nope, instead it's just, like, the last 20 minutes. That was pretty lame. Just, just saying, that, you need more time to focus on Doomsday. It just feels like you really didn't need to throw him into it. Um, so now let's actually do a look on the characters. First off, we got Ben Affleck as Batman. Now, this was the main thing that I was worried about, and what do I think about now? He did an okay job, actually. I didn't really see Ben Affleck playing the role. I did see more Bruce Wayne. And that was actually very good. He does do a convincing part. I was honestly very shocked when I actually saw him doing a very good, at least a confident job. Okay, well, compared to older Ben Affleck movies, it's incredible. But yeah, I gotta admit, he did do pretty good in this, and I am very surprised by that. So yeah, definitely kudos to you, Ben Affleck. You did show me that you can be a very good Batman. And in the end, I'm glad he didn't die. So, yeah, good job. We also do see how his age is affecting him, as it is brought up a few times, and to me it should have been brought up some more, but it is kind of cool to see how the age does affect him in the long run. We got Wonder Woman, who, perfect casting. Really, this casting for her is perfect. The casting in this movie, I do think that they actually did a good job for what they were trying to do. And Wonder Woman is no exception. She has great casting, but I really do think that they should have given her her own movie first. She just kind of feels thrown into this one, like she has nothing really to do. They kind of explain her with no real reason, just like, hey, I found that photo you found. It's of you as Wonder Woman. That's pretty much her whole entire reasoning for being in the movie. Yeah, just so that, and so that then she can come back in the end. In which, um, did you really need her for that? I mean, I, I could have seen a version of this without her in it. Like, save her. You need to save her. But I'm glad that I'm pretty glad that we do get to see her. And we are gonna get our own Wonder Woman movie, so yeah, I mean, I guess I can't complain too much. And then we got Superman, who is definitely better than the Man of Steel in this one. And we do get to know a little bit more about him. My dad did say it pretty well on the ride back that Man of Steel was just reintroducing the character, and this version they're actually exploring him. So, yeah, I don't know why all the time in these foreign actors I had to say something that my dad brought up, but yeah, there you go. Um, And yeah, I do think that is a very good way of looking at it. Is we got to know him in the first one, not that well, but at least we got to know a bit about him. Here we're getting to explore him a bit more, and it is kind of cool to even see the controversy that's building up on him. Like, there are a lot of people who say that he's a hero and that he's saving tons of people, which he is, but does that really count for all the damage that he's done? I mean, they're still recovering parts of the ship in the Indian Ocean. It's been quite some time, and they're still doing that. Why Superman isn't actually helping, I have no idea. Seriously, Superman, it's your mess. Clean it up. But, yeah, no, I guess he's too busy working at the Daily Planet and flying around, getting people out buildings and getting people off the roof. Oh, and by the way, the bit with him on the roof, it actually seems like people have hope for Superman. Thank goodness, it's about time. Really, I was waiting for that. I was seriously waiting for at least a little bit more of this sort of hope to actually come in. It does come in here a bit, but not as much as I would have wanted, but they do it pretty well. So then after him, we have Lex Luthor, or Andrew Luthor, I think his name was, or Anthony. I really don't remember his actual name. I know it starts with an A. It's one of those two, I think. But, yeah, it turns out that this isn't actually Lex Luthor. I got it right. Ha! I got it right. Yeah, that bit that I told you about earlier with Lex Luthor, got it right. But, it turns out that he actually did take his father's name. Yeah, not his uncle, his father. Lex Luthor is his dad. And I gotta say, after hearing that, it made me much more accepting of the character. After hearing that, no, this is not Lex Luthor, it is his son. That really did help me get into him a bit more, and his over-the-top acting is a blast, but as for motivation, I don't really know what it is. It's like his motivation is, I just want to do this. Why? I don't know. Just want to. Just want my interest for the week. You know, I mean, tomorrow I might be like playing Battleship or something. I don't know, but today I really want to go on board a Kryptonian ship and make Doomsday. Oh, and also have Batman fighting Superman. Yeah, I really want to have this happen. I don't know why. I just do. Um. So yeah, he is pretty good in this. I will say that. If you're more into over-the-top acting, which I do find to be very fun, like, when actors just go completely nuts with their role, that can be really fun to watch. And this actor is no exception. He did a pretty good job in it. So, yeah, that pretty much wraps it up for the characters. Lois Lane, she was fine, I guess. I mean, she has her own story going on. Yeah, add that to the jumble. And I guess it's alright. They don't really explore it that much, but doesn't really have any impact in the end. But yay, she had her own story. That's nice for her. So yeah, this was actually a really cool movie to see, but it was really fun in this theater that I went to. This is something that I really do want to talk about, because this is the very first time I have actually been to one of the Extreme theaters, and, well, just take a look at this.
Price sells and our prices will not be beat. Is this where you want to go?
Yay, we got lights.
And we want you to join them. Come by today. Call 678-402-1190.
Yes, we had lights going around the theater. Am I the only one who finds that awesome? Just like they have lights in there. That just makes it feel like an event. Seriously, I would not mind going back into this auditorium. It was awesome. Although the sound was pretty loud, especially during the fight scenes. There were some moments where I had to cover my ears because it got very loud in there, but it was still just so much fun having this experience. The chairs were very comfortable. Why am I talking about chairs now? Okay, but, yeah, I just kind of want to talk about this auditorium and the actual movie-going experience in here, because I don't really talk about that much, and this is definitely one to bring up. Um, so, yeah, the auditorium was amazing. It was so big. There were so many people in it. The chairs were so freaking comfortable. I mean it. The whole entire time, I never felt like getting up. It was just so comfy. There were lights going around the place, even when the movie was playing for some reason, but there were lights. That was awesome. I never saw an auditorium with lights going around the theater like that, so that was awesome. Um, and there was even a guy who came into the place, started telling jokes about his broken leg. Okay. Yeah, that was pretty much his whole routine. Broken leg puns. I guess they were kind of funny, but really? Broken leg puns? Um, but yeah, how many other theaters have you been in that had a guy announcing that the movie was gonna start? I've never been in one. Oh, and also, this is the very first time this has happened. There have been people clapping during the movie. Yeah, not when the movie's done, during. Like, when they show some Justice League members, which is very awesome. They showed Cyborg, they showed Aquaman, and they showed the Flash. A very odd-looking version of the Flash and Aquaman, but they showed Cyborg. Even then, I was starting to clap. Yeah, I was actually clapping a lot during this, because there were a lot of cool moments. But, yeah, this auditorium was just awesome, but we waited outside for an hour. Yep, we waited outside those doors for an hour. You want to see what this line looked like? Yep, that was our very long line. There were even people in costume waiting for this movie. It was actually kind of a fun line to be in, though. We ended up talking to two people during it about, like, different superheroes and stuff. And the guy had not seen Daredevil yet. Seriously, if that guy's watching this for some reason, go watch Daredevil. But yeah, that was pretty cool to just be in line and talk to people about this. Just sort of talk about random geek stuff. It was very fun. Um, I even learned why the stormtroopers have such terrible aim. Because they're clones of clones, so the genetic material starts getting mixed up. So that was really cool to learn. I'm glad I found that out. Also, people liked my vest. Yep, two people liked my vest. One of them was the guy in line. And the other was some random girl at the counter who said that she would offer me 25 bucks for it. Of course, I didn't take the deal, but it does give me an opportunity to make some more money. So I might try selling some of my emblems, so that'd be cool. I don't know why I'm getting onto this topic. Okay, so enough about the movie theater. I'm guessing that you guys were already bored about the movie theater, so what do I actually think of this movie? Well, it's I'm pretty mixed on it. I do really like some stuff in it, like for the most part, until Doomsday comes in, it is pretty good. It is very good, and it's something, like, compared to what DC's been doing in the past few years, it is incredible that they could actually make something competent. And, yeah, there are some kind of shoehorned in things, like bringing up, the Justice League, like, at the end of the movie, Batman talking to Wonder Woman, like, we're gonna need to start up a league. There I was just imagining him thinking, like, some sort of league of justice. I haven't really thought of the proper name for it yet, but I'm working on some ideas. The Hall of Freedom. Yeah, that's a great one. Oh wait, no, that one sucks. So, like, really, you can kind of see, like, these really forced ways of showing it. Like, when they show Cyborg, Aquaman, and, the Flash, they didn't need to do that. They didn't need to. Like, they could just had them on the side. Like, they had the Cyborg logo, they had the Flash logo, they had, Aquaman's logo, so that was really cool, and they had them on the side. When I saw that, I was just like, oh my gosh, Aquaman, Flash, and Cyborg, this is awesome! Can't wait for them to actually explore these characters some more. Oh wait, no, they're just gonna show them right now. That's cool too, I guess. So it was really cool to see some of that, but, like, okay, it was very shoehorned in, but it was still so awesome to see, so I'm not really complaining. Um, so, yeah, this was actually a very surprising movie. If you are interested in the Batman fighting Superman topic, this is definitely one to check out. Um, if you do want to see some more Batman taking on Superman, like, if you want to see that finally come to the big screen, definitely go and see this. It does it pretty well. And that's very surprising to me for after all these years of bad DC movies, now Marvel actually does have a bit of a competitor. They're finally starting to get back into the game. I can't wait to see what they're going to do next. But what I'm going to be doing next is I will be talking about that one spoiler in this. So, there is one more thing that I do want to bring up. The League of Doom. Or you might know them as the Lights. They've been referenced. They're coming. I can't freaking wait. So yeah, if this is where we're going to leave off on the video, fine. For all the rest of you who's going to stay and watch the spoilers, let's get into them. Alright, now, for all of you who have stayed, Superman dies. Who is seriously buying into this? I mean, come on! Why would they kill off Superman? I'm sorry, the whole entire theater went silent when this happened. Who else is thinking, like, who else was thinking the whole time, like, oh, he's not dead, there's no way. Oh, and by the way, when he dies, there are 2 metal crosses behind him. I wonder what that could mean. Seriously, what's up with this Jesus symbolism? I really don't get it. Okay, I get it, they keep on comparing him to a god, but why keep on bashing us with this stupid symbolism? It's very annoying. If he's really dead now, please let the Jesus symbolism die with him. But now we do have him dead. Of course, so they say. I heard a thudding at the end of the movie. That might have just been the music, but I kept on hearing 2 thuds. I'm going to assume that that was Superman. Just let me assume what I want. So yeah, this whole entire time I've been rooting for Superman, and no, he does not die by Batman's hands, thank God. What does he actually die by? The death of Doomsday. Yeah, Doomsday's dead now. Yeah, you might have thought that he would have actually had an important role to play. No, he's gonna die. Yeah, he seriously can't be an important villain or anything. So, now with the death of Superman, I can see this going one of 2 ways. Or maybe even both, I don't know. Okay, so one of them is that Superman will just sort of come back. Yeah, on the 3rd day he might rise again, I don't know. So, yeah, I really don't think that he's going to stay dead, because the Justice League needs Superman. I mean, like, come on. He's Superman. They're not gonna let him die. Or they will let him die, and he will have his genetics cloned and produce, and then it will produce Superboy. I would honestly be completely fine with that decision. It really does feel like that's what they're leading up to, and if that's what they're trying to do, I am all for it. I mean it. That would just be great. I mean, okay, yeah, it's very sad that Superman dies. Everyone started mourning about it. Yeah, but come on. They're going to either bring him back or make a clone of him. One of the two, I am all for it. I am very interested in where this is going to go. So I will say, very good job, DC, on getting me interested. But, yeah, he's not dead. There's no way. Right? There is no way, right? We do have that clearance that he's going to come back in some way, or that Superboy's gonna come in, right? Please let me say that I'm right.